Tra-la-la! Hey guys, welcome back to another Shep's movie review. And if you understood what I just did at the beginning of this video, then you know I'm talking about Captain Underpants the movie. Now, disclaimer up front, I have never heard of Captain Underpants before this movie this weekend. Didn't know anything about it, didn't see any of the trailers, so I went in there completely blind. So, the plot of this movie. George and Harold, George played by Kevin Hart, Harold played by Thomas Middleditch, mainly known for his work on Silicon Valley, and he's the new spokesperson for Verizon. Go to school run by a principal that does not believe in fun. He takes away their comic books, he takes away their whoopee cushions, he takes away their hypnotic ring, which then leads me to, so he takes away those stuff, and George and Harold decide, hey, what would happen if we hypnotized our teacher into becoming Captain Underpants? Well, that's where things go. He becomes Captain Underpants and does all his wacky things, even though he doesn't have the powers at the beginning of this movie. But he's out there being his tra-la-la self. And which leads us to them discovering that maybe it's not good to have Captain Underpants around all the time. Yeah. So that's the basis, real quick summary of the movie. Like I stated before, George is played by Kevin Hart. Everybody knows him. Harold is played by Thomas Middleditch. I think they did a really good work together, you know, as much as you can as voice acting. They seem to play off each other really well. The humor was pretty good for them. The principal is played by Ed Helms, you know, pretty much from the Hangover movies. And I can't remember recently, I forgot, I'm sorry, Ed Helms. And then we get this kind of big bad at the end, the substitute science teacher, our new science teacher, whose name is Professor P. And he goes by Professor P because his last name is Poopy Pants, played by Nick Kroll, who's, most of you might know if you've watched, oh crap, I'm going to forget, The League. Sorry, The League. But let's dive down to it. This is a kids movie, and it's always a balance because you know your kids are going to want to see this movie, but you're going to have adults go to this movie as well. So you got to try to balance that humor. Keep the adult interested, so that way he will take his kids, or they will take their kids to see this movie. I think it kind of falls short. There is some adult humor in there thrown in, but it's a lot of that younger adult bodily a lot of the bodily function, poop jokes, pee jokes, fart jokes, that type of stuff that really, I guess, little kids find funny. That was the majority of the audience for this screening, was a lot of little kids, and they seem to enjoy themselves. There's a lot of laughter and, you know, shenanigans around. So I just don't think it has that balance, though. It's not like Shrek or some of the other movies that, well, Shrek is mainly focused for adults, but kids can enjoy it as well. It's enjoyable to a point. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It is fun. The kids seem to enjoy it. The bad thing about this movie, though, is that it's going up against Wonder Woman this weekend. So I think the majority of the kids, unless they're probably under the, I'd say maybe the age of 7 or under, maybe even lower than that, will probably want to see Captain Underpants. Anybody kid above is going to want to go see Wonder Woman. She's on screen for the first time in her own standalone movie. So I just don't think it's going to hit the mark with kids. I didn't know about the book, but I'm also a grown man with no kids. So I think it'll be enjoyable for kids and their parents that have read the book series that this movie is based off, of the comic series. Like I said, I don't really know too much about it, to see this movie. And I'm trying to think of, you know, my rating system, must see, matinee, and Netflix it. I'm going to go with matinee, because I do think it's enjoyable for kids. There's not a lot of kids movies out there right now. You obviously don't need to take the kids to see a 7 or 8 p.m. movie because, you know, bedtimes and stuff like that. This is a runtime about an hour and a half. So matinee it. Take the kids first thing in the morning, give them something to do, watch, you know, to see this movie, and then you can have the rest of the day to yourself, or whatever you want to do. Go to a park or something. I will say there is a mid-scene credit. We did stay for that. So if you want to keep your kids around for the mid-scene credit, it's nothing spectacular. It's another joke that was running throughout the movie. So Also, guys, let me also remind you that my Wonder Woman contest is still going on for a $25 Fandango gift card. I'll put the link below. All you got to do is go to that movie review, be a subscriber, and comment in that review, and I will choose a winner at random to win a $25 Fandango gift card. But guys, that's all I got to say about Captain Underpants. It's not a great adult movie. The kids will love it. You will find it so-so. So until next time, I'll see you at the next review.